What's up, VC? It's Nate again. Mid-November, and got a shaven head. Uh, Winter's coming, and I figured what would be better to do with this cold weather coming than shave my head. I didn't really think that through all that well. Anyhow, went to Texas this past weekend, and I had a blast. I met up with fellow Facebook, very active Facebook VC member Martin Manning, a friend of mine for about 15 years now. He was at my wedding. I went to college with him. I've been going out to see him every year for the past 5 years, and without maybe a couple years I missed. But we went and saw. We went to Fun Fest, and there were a number of fantastic bands out there. Namely Judas Priest on Friday night, which was probably the best set I've seen in a long time. I can't think of too many bands that have put on a better show. And considering Rob Halford's age, and doesn't get much better than that. And we did a bit of a record store crawl. Let's see, we hit up Half Price Books, and then there were two other regular record stores, and we went to a garage sale, and then there was a Craigslist ad he had answered. Found a couple records there. And I brought home a whole bunch of stuff. First, I will get VCLT. This was from Martin himself. He had seen the stuff that I've been picking up and digging recently, and he had seen some stuff that he thought that I should get into and pass it along my way. So, without further ado, and into the records we go. The first is some Exotica. Love is a Fabulous Thing by Les Baxter. It's from, I want to say 1962, but it could very well be wrong. But it's really cool. Some good stuff. I'm not going to show everything, because I do not want to run you off with a 25-minute video. So, Blood Rock Passage. This was the first record with, I'm sorry, who was Stevie Hill as lead singer. Yeah, it was, it's not quite as good as the first 3 or 4 records. Oh man, I saw a copy of the first album at a record store, and the price was a little out of my range considering the shape of the record. I think side 2 was a bit scuffed, and the sleeve was in bad shape. So I just passed. So I will wait on that. But this is Passage, and it's not bad, but it's not what I was used to when thinking about Blood Rock and the second album first, and then it's another one, Jimmy Page, Outrider. I have not listened to this yet, but I do like Jimmy Page. Fantastic guitarist, of course. Led Zeppelin. The Blue Oyster Cult, Tyranny and Mutation. I'm not familiar with this. This is a little earlier in their catalog, from 1973. I think it's probably got this. It's got this. Even not listening to it, but kind of feeling it's got this concept album vibe going on. Exene Cervenka, former lead singer of X, who I've seen twice. That one was called Running Sacred. Running Sacred. I had to think about that one, and I did not want to say Running Scared without having it correct. Let's see. UFO. This is a later one in their catalog. This is a gold stamp promo of Obsession. Listen to this too. Side one. It's different from their older stuff. The early years. Might take a little getting used to, but nonetheless. A couple of weeks ago, I hit up a thrift store in my hometown of Griffin, Georgia, and I found this for 70 cents. Life's Rich Pageant, REM. There's no desk sleeve inside, but I gave it a good cleaning. I can't even remember if I showed this in one of my last vids. Gave it a good cleaning, and it sounds superb. I also went up to a record store just north of Atlanta, Albums, ALBUM apostrophe S record shop in Ackworth, Georgia. It's fantastic. It's a nice place. Mark Bosley is the owner and proprietor, and he's also a member of the Atlanta Vinyl Collectors Facebook group, and he's great. I found a bunch of good stuff there. I was going for one record, and I came home with some stuff out of the dollar bin. Best of Leon Russell. That's the first Leon Russell album I've got. Little Steven, Voice of America. Little Steven, of course, from the E Street Band. And Little Steven's Underground Garage on XM Radio. I also got a Grail. It's a reissue. It's the Rhino reissue of MC5, Kick Out the Jams, Gatefold. It's great, uncensored, perfect. Sounds fantastic, as Rhino does with everything. It sounds superb. Got a couple more Grails. Got the 2013 Sony reissue of London Calling, my favorite album from my favorite punk band. I don't really have to talk about it too much. London Calling is just one of those albums that changed the course of rock music. This is a Grail because of the sentimental attachment it has to me. I got it, I dubbed it from a tape from a teacher of mine early in high school. I listened to that all the way through. I was just blown away by it. I got the CD a couple years later, and I listened to that. I memorized it from front to back. It was just probably my favorite Lou Reed album of all time. New York. This has been so hard to find for me. I don't know why. I've never seen it. I found it, spectacular condition, near mint, $8. $8. I haven't found it online anywhere less than 15. So I had to jump on that. My jaw dropped when I saw it. At the festival, there was a band I wanted to see. I'd seen them before. It was the Dum Dum Girls. This is He Gets Me High. This is their EP from 2011. I have their EP from 2012 or 2013. Also signed from one of the other festivals I went to a couple of years ago. All right, 9 minutes. I really got to speed up. This was from Half Price Books for $1. No, $4.99. $5. Billy Idol. Whiplash Smile, album number 3 in his discography. Let's see what else. I'm going kind of out of order, but anyway. This was from a garage sale. So it's got some ringware, but it plays phenomenally well. I listened to the whole thing last night. Chuck Berry's Golden Decade. This is volume 1. It's from 1955 to 1965. Has 24 songs on it. Most of them are, top 20 type top 30 singles from back then. I've got Volume 2 of his Golden Decade. I got that a while back, and that was some deeper tracks. But man, that's just God, that's a great record. 2-record set. Oh, I got a reissue of Suicide, self-titled. This is an avant-garde noise punk record from 1977. It's also considered one of the most important records of all time, most influential. It's really bizarre. I also read reviews that it is one of the greatest records of all time, but in the same review, it is a record that you only listen to once because of its content and composition. I can understand where the reviewer was coming from when he wrote that. Beatles 65, I didn't have it. I'm not going to say anything more about the Beatles. 10 years after, recorded live, man, this is smoking. Absolutely smoking. I got it really cheap too, about $4, $2 set. Great condition. I mean, the jacket's kind of shot, but the vinyl is in spectacular condition. It sounded great. It's all taped up. It's not falling apart. So for like $5, this is a really great record. Come on, Alvin Lee live as a performer, you can't really beat that. Let's see. I picked up 2 records at the guy's house or apartment where we found the Craigslist ad. Camper Van Beethoven, number 2 and 3. What's called number 2 and 3. Jokingly so, I recently heard a podcast interview with David Lowery, which was fascinating. If you go to WTF, it's Mark Maron's podcast, WTF, and look for one of the more recent interviews with David Lowery. Fascinating dude. I mean, just a great, really very humorous guy, very funny. He's a crusader for copyright, artist rights, and he's a polarizing figure, but he's a hell of a he's just a really creative dude, creative guy, creative songwriter. I've always loved their stuff. Camper Van Beethoven, Cracker. I've seen Cracker a couple of times live, just a lot of fun. And to me, that was I paid $5 for that, and that's pretty low, considering that Camper Van Beethoven stuff was pretty hard to come by. I also got the Velvet Underground. This was their self-titled record. This was the Four Men with Beards 2008 reissue, and it's on 180 gram vinyl. And I think my dog needs to go out, so I better hurry up. Well, I'm going along with the ties to Lou Reed, Velvet Underground. I could have done it, New York, and Velvet Underground, and this, but that was just silly. I forgot about it anyway. Laurie Anderson, of course, Lou Reed's widow. Big Science. This is my first Laurie Anderson record, which is very another avant-garde type person. Real interesting artist. I haven't listened to that yet. Also got Fucked Up. A couple tracks. This is their singles from 2002 to 2009. It's a sprawling collection. 25 songs, and for $11 in mint condition. It's a UK press as well, on Matador Records. Yeah, I wasn't gonna let that one slip out of my hands. There's some other stuff that I wanted, but basically I hit my budget. I'm done. I got plenty to listen to for a little while. Hope you enjoyed your video. Hope you all are having a good November, and hope Halloween was good for you, and on into Thanksgiving. It's getting a little chillier down here in Georgia. I'm not going to complain. I heard Maine and the rest of New England's going to start getting hit with that Arctic blast. I'll pass. I'll watch it from afar. So at 15.5 minutes, yeah, I'll cut it off. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.